Hello and welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town. I'm joined today by two of our terrific employees. Ironically, Carol Orlick, who I always call my left arm, is on my left arm. And Marta Lefke, who I always call my right arm, is on my right arm. Carol runs the redevelopment agency and is the chief of staff in Woodbridge Township, and Marta has been the longtime director of planning. We are standing outside of Rugs and Riffy's, a truly iconic Woodbridge institution that has been vacant for about 5 years now. It's slated to come down, and as soon as we give the word, they're going to start the demolition of it. It's bittersweet because of what Riffy's has meant to Woodbridge Township. It is a true local bar. It's the kind of place where we would always go after meetings. We'd go after football games. We'd go after just about any kind of event. Everybody seems like they always went to Riffy's.
Don't forget St. Patrick's Day here.
It was St. Patrick's Day parade. On the parade, you couldn't get near the place. They had tents everywhere. On St. Patrick's Day itself, you couldn't get near the place. On Cinco de Mayo, you couldn't get near the place. It truly was a terrific place for Woodbridge. And it moved already. It hasn't been in this space all that long. It used to be down the road. It started over there, right?
That's right.
Then it went back there. Then it moved here. It moved a couple times. But the Lucas brothers, the three brothers that owned it, came to us a while ago and said they were entertaining offers to sell it. And they talked to us about what could be the use for this facility. It really leans itself toward housing, multifamily housing, because of its proximity to the train station. It is right next to the train station. So what's going to happen is this entire area is going to be raised. The 5 houses were taken down last week. Ultimately, the Quick Check and the couple of stores next to it will be taken down, and there will be 232 apartments in its place with, do you know how many square feet of retail? A bunch of retail downstairs. It's going to be terrific.
Maybe we'll have a new bar down there.
Hopefully, in the Dune Riffy's, yeah.
Yep.
We've learned already from our experience over in Avenel that there is really nothing to fear with these downtown projects when they're so close to a train station. Everybody talks about apartments bringing in kids. When they're transit villages, they really don't. The stats so far over in Avenel, 329 apartments are occupied, 27 kids are in our school system that's spread across 13 grades. So there's really nothing to fear there. People talk about the traffic impact. The fact is, in Avenel, over 80% of the people get on a train in the morning and get off the train at night, so they're not using their cars to commute. Those stats for school kids, those stats for cars are going to be the same for this project as they are there. The studies now are showing that transit villages don't have a negative impact on the town when it comes to school children or when it comes to traffic. But the positive is that it will produce millions of dollars a year to our township budget with the very minimal incremental cost to our township budget. So we are very bullish on this property, on this project. The Lucas has actually selected a developer probably 5 years ago. And we're taking some criticism on downtown development. I really wish this would have been not only started by now, but done and opened by now, so that people would have seen by now how good it looks and what a benefit is when you have people from here that obviously have money because they can afford $2,000 plus a month in rent, and they'll be walking down Main Street, and they'll be going to Walgreens, and they'll be going to Costello's, and they'll be going to CVS and Vito Mazza and what's the other one? I'm drawing a blank on the La Valletta. What's that? Vittoria Venezia, and all the stores on Main Street and all the stores on Rahway Avenue here. And this will undoubtedly lead to I hope, more renovation of some of the not so nice looking properties behind us here on Rahway Avenue. I think this will be the impetus to get some things done there. So there's a whole lot of great reasons why this is good for the town. And I also got to give a special shout out to Pop's Place. Everybody talks about Riffy's, but I went to Pop's Place at least probably once a week since I've been mayor. I always said that Pop's Place was like my free focus group. A lot of politicians and government leaders would pay people to sit around and they run ideas by them and they see what they think. Well, I don't have to pay anybody in Pop's Place to tell me what they think, because all I had to do was walk in the morning, and there I was. I was a captive audience with my 3 Sunny Up eggs, soft bacon, sausage and white toast, and 2 Diet Raspberry Snapples. There I was, captive audience. They made no bones about their desire to tell me what they didn't like about town, but what they did like. They were always fair. So I really enjoyed my time with Carmen Margiotto is the proprietor of Pop's Place. Him and I became very good friends. He's actually working for the town part-time in the prosecutor's office now. He's a retired police officer, so he's got a wealth of knowledge about, how law enforcement works. So he's been terrific there. I wish he would have been here today to share a few moments, but he probably would have been nostalgic, and he probably wouldn't have liked it, knowing Carmen, because this place was such an important part of his life for so long. But things happen. So anyway, this is the project here. We're very, very bullish about it. We're very, very excited about it. I've talked enough. You want to add anything, Carol?
Very little left to add, except that we are just so thrilled to be starting our first step in the downtown redevelopment. And this is just going to be the start of a whole transformation down here. So that when we talk about having businesses and restaurants thrive on Main Street, what we're missing are the people. And these projects all bring the density, they bring the people that we need to make Woodbridge Township and its downtown come to life. So it's very, very exciting. I thank the mayor. Marta has had this vision. She's been here for 20, 30 years, God knows what. From the day she graduated from University of Pennsylvania, she has had this image. So you talk about patience. Marta, you're finally getting your dream.
Say a few words?
Only that it is so exciting to see the abandoned properties, the boarded up homes already down, to see the construction actually starting. There's been, the mayor's had it on the books for at least 10 years. The downtown is the single most studied area in town, and now we're coming to see the fruition of really benefiting from having the train station just steps away to have new housing and new retail and a new beginning for downtown Woodbridge. Just long in the works. So
like I said, exciting. I wish it was done by now, because if it was, then before we started the second, third, and fourth projects, everybody would say, oh, that's what he meant. That's what they meant. They're right. It works. So it's going to be terrific. 232 apartments and a whole lot of retail space. As Carol said, there'll be other projects downtown. It's going to transform downtown Woodbridge. I say, if we do nothing, Woodbridge becomes a ghost town. But I look at what Metuchen's done, and I love what Metuchen's done. I look at what Linden hasn't done. I don't like what Linden hasn't done. So there's the two ways we can go here, and we think we're going in the right direction to bring people downtown with money, to make those shops vibrant, to make those shops exciting, to take some of the older, underutilized businesses and replace them with better businesses. So we're very much bullish on this. This is a drawing of what it's going to look like. There's going to be parking behind it, and some parking in front for the retail space. You can't really see the details, but down here on the main floor are retail space, and then some apartments on the fringes, and then 4 stories of apartments above it. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful project, and people in Woodbridge will be very, very, very excited about it. All right, so now we're going to turn around and say, tear down this building.